You're listening and watching to a very special podcast. We're going to continue where we left off in Chloe Birchhart's point of view. Things are going to get pretty ugly. Enjoy! Armin and Barnaby were still on their search. However, it was pretty quiet. But then Barnaby decided to start off a conversation again. It looked like Armin wasn't muttering to himself. So, how long have you known Dorothy Gale? Barnaby asked. Huh? Who? Sorry, that's what I keep calling Chloe. Oh, um, I've known her for a while, but wait, why do you call her that? Let's just say she refers to herself as the girl going through the eye of the storm, walking down the yellow brick road and trying to stop the Wicked Witch of the West and her flying monkeys. I never even heard of that. What is that? The Wizard of Oz? Oh, wait, sorry. You're from another world. Barnaby said. You see, the story is, it's called The Wizard of Oz. What happens is, a little girl named Dorothy and her dog, Toto, they go through this horrible cyclone. A storm, I see, Armin said. But then her house lands on some sort of witch. Then she meets the good witch and all the people in Oz. And she befriends the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion. They go to the wizard. Dorothy wanted to go home to her family. The Scarecrow wanted a brain. The Tin Man wanted a heart. And the lion wanted courage. Barnaby explained. What about the witch and these flying monkeys? The Wicked Witch of the West wanted the shoes that Dorothy was wearing. But Dorothy wouldn't let have it. So the good witch made sure that the witch would never get the slippers. But the witch captured Dorothy and her friends. Then the witch got sprayed with water and she melted. And the wizard? Well, he was trying to make himself sound more like a god. But he wasn't really a god, he was just a man. And he wasn't really much of a wizard at all. And your point here is? Armin asked. Well, she refers to me as the Tin Man. So I was wondering, are you a scarecrow or are you a cowardly lion? I guess I would be the cowardly lion. But maybe not anymore. In my days at the military, I wasn't really much fitted. I wasn't very muscular, I wasn't very athletic. My body was so frail and weak. I always got beaten up by bullies. Oh, you're kidding. Barnaby groaned. Now he was really starting to feel pity for the guy. Yeah. Aaron and Mikasa would always come to my rescue. I felt like such a burden, but they really are my true friends. They didn't always save me, but I saved them once. When was that? Barnaby asked. He was getting pretty curious. These stories were pretty interesting. What happened was 5 years ago, when the Titans attacked in my world. Aaron and Mikasa went into the other direction, and I was so scared I didn't know what to do. I was terrified. In my desperate need, I went to this person that Aaron knew as a friend of the family. His name was Hans. I went to him, told him of where Aaron and Mikasa were going. When Hans heard this, he went after the two. But I didn't know I was saving them. I was just concerned. I didn't want them to get hurt. Armin said, "Man, this is pretty depressing. But I know how you feel." Did you hear what Luna said about my parents and my nanny? What's a nanny? A housekeeper? Oh, a housekeeper. Yeah. She took care of you? After my parents died, she always came to see me. Every birthday I ever had, she always made me a cake. Then she was killed by Maverick. You knew him? Armin asked. Yeah. He killed my parents. But I didn't know he did. He was trying to screw up my memories. I couldn't even know who the killer was, and I thought it was someone from a group known as Ouroboros. Barnaby said. So I guess you and I are pretty much alike. You're sadly mistaken, Armin said. You're some sort of handsome man, and you get to appear in these, Armin said, showing a bunch of magazines of him. And Chloe did research on you. According to that, it said that there was a fan club at your school. Oh yeah, you knew about that, huh? Barnaby said. Well, I have to say, it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm not even good enough. What? Barnaby was shocked to hear this from Armin. I don't have anything like that. I mean, I'm praised for my smarts, but I don't see myself as you do. I'm not that arrogant, no. I don't see you so confident. So brave and so strong. Back then I was never like you. So many times I've been through a lot. The death of my parents, my grandfather, my squad. More people dying. A lot of trouble was going on. And the friends that betrayed us, our own comrades that we trusted, betrayed us. It was unbelievable. Armin said, and that's when I realized it wasn't just anything to do with the military anymore. Huh. Blue sky, Barnaby said awkwardly. Huh? Uh, blue sky. Pretty, isn't it? Yeah. But then Armin started to chuckle. Barnaby did too. Why am I talking about this? I'm not sure if we're even alike. I mean, I don't wear glasses like you, Armin said with a laugh. Well, I don't wear a uniform like you. Yeah, that's true. And you're lucky you don't have to see the terrors like I did, Armin said. Yeah, that's true. But you know what's really important? You're alive. That's what matters, Barnaby said. Armin looked at him and looked up at the sky and realized, yeah, I'm alive. People died. It was a miserable time. I'm still kicking. I feel like this isn't real, Armin said. Well, it is. They continue with the search, but then, realizing that Silver was getting out of control, and she looked like she was getting revenge, but then there was this bright pink-haired girl who was on a rampage, but then she escaped the factory in tears. It was definitely Silver Eden. But then, as people were confronting Silver, Silver accidentally lost her footing from the cliff and fell, but luckily she landed in a lake from below the cliff. Barnaby rushed over and managed to save Silver from drowning. Carrying her body as he took her back to Evermore. During that time, Silver could recognize him. She tried to speak, but Barnaby told her just to rest. Taking the wet but still breathing girl to the hospital, Barnaby gives Silver to the doctors and the nurses and watched her as she was wheeled away. Pretty hard time for everyone. Poor Silver. This was worse than when she had that cut in the back. That wound. Now this. Why go through all this? Why would she do this? Nobody really knew. But all they knew, she was going to be a brilliant writer. She couldn't give up. Not at all. Well, thank you for listening and watching. I'll see you all next time. I'm Catherine Donovan. Thank you. Bye-bye.